Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, a big year for vacation rentals in Florida, booked through the popular hospitality website called Airbnb.
Sarasota is one of 6 Florida counties who signed a tax agreement with the California-based company last year to ensure that these rentals contribute to local bed tax revenue. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us live from Lido Key to show us just how much money that increase in visitors brought to our area. Adam?
Yeah, Jacqueline and Scott, I actually had a call on Audible. I'm standing outside the tax collector's office here in downtown Sarasota because they got on board at a very good time. According to Airbnb, rentals through that website here in the state of Florida increased 75% last year, and some think those numbers can go up even more if a bill proposed by one of our local senators ends up passing later this year. Barry Kortnick has been renting part of his home through Airbnb for 3 years. And with around 40 customers, 2017 was by far his best year yet.
The revenue stream's been great. It pays our mortgage.
Airbnb says Florida revenue was a combined $450 million in 2017, which Sarasota started fully tapping into last May when they signed a tax agreement with the company. According to the tax collector's office, Sarasota County accrued over $380,000 in Airbnb bed tax since then. It's also made Kortnick's life easier. No longer is he responsible for writing a check. The website does it for him.
It's very streamlined, very easy. It's been the best part of the change, I think.
Another change some companies like Airbnb reportedly support is one our state senator Greg Steube is proposing for a second time. Steube's bill would strip local governments of their ability to regulate vacation rentals, which means short-term restrictions like the city of Sarasota's 8-day rental minimum would no longer exist.
I think it's better if we keep our ordinances close to home, where the city commission can control them and citizens have a lot of input on changing them if necessary.
Bob Wernick hasn't had any problems with Airbnb or other rentals nearby, but he's comfortable knowing the city has the power to handle any that might arise.
I think it's a good thing to have. It both protects neighbors who don't rent, but also it protects the owners of the rentals too.
Kortnick is also wary of the bill because just how no Airbnb owners are alike.
Every little city and every little town is so different that I don't think one sweeping law will really work.
And back to those Airbnb tax collections, what's been collected so far in the first 2 months of this fiscal year is already a quarter of what was collected in the last fiscal year for Sarasota County. So the tax collection numbers certainly going up around here. Live in downtown Sarasota, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Jacqueline, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Adam. A Nokomis church is looking to build a new sanctuary and school in Laurel, but some worry about services that the church may provide, including a possible soup kitchen for the homeless. The new property is in a residential area, and the people who live nearby fear a homeless reach-out program may draw people with substance abuse and mental health issues.
Centers like that have been pretty well proven to be magnets for homeless.
For people who are in need, a Salvation Army office is only 2 miles away from that property.
Well, once the fog burned off this morning, it turned into a beautiful day here on the Suncoast.
A little warm.
Yeah. Let's get a check now on our weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, as expected, the fog advisory and fog kind of notices again looks like could be a possibility late tonight and again tomorrow morning. So similar conditions are playing out. We have some rain around, upper level disturbance now, bringing some rain into the inland areas of Florida right now near Lake Okeechobee. Not just showers either, there's some thunderstorms there. A few lightning strikes with this line as it makes its way off from the east to the west towards Highlands County, and could get some showers there. Again, just mainly there, though. I think it'll weaken as it pushes towards Hardee and DeSoto counties, although there's a slight chance there in the eastern portion of those counties. It's not going to have enough push to make it all the way over here. We'll stay fair for much of Sarasota, Manatee counties, as well as most of Hardee and DeSoto counties through this evening. And then the fog rolls in again late tonight. It will start to develop after 9 o'clock, and it will get rather thick at times. That's a pretty good bet, pretty good odds of seeing that fog around tomorrow morning. And similar conditions burning off sometime after 10 o'clock. So it'll stick around quite a long time. And then this model indicating maybe some more sea fog developing late tonight or late tomorrow night in advance of a frontal system that's going to move down on Friday. Now that cold front that moves on Friday will bring a chance for showers, pretty good chance for that. And on top of that, some cooler weather for the weekend. We'll have the details on that weekend weather forecast in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. After a Sarasota teenager was shot and killed in Northport early this morning, the search is on for those responsible. Northport police identifying the teen as 19-year-old Trent Bartle Thomas. Detectives say Bartle Thomas was inside a home located on Porto Chico Avenue in Northport when two men wearing black ski masks entered the home around 1:30 this morning. The men then driving away from the scene in a silver minivan. Police believe the suspects may have known the victim. If you have any information on this case, you're being asked to call the Northport Police Department.
Thanks to one vigilant boat owner, a suspected yacht burglar is caught in the act. There's the Manatee County Sheriff's Office charging Dylan Gardner with burglary and criminal mischief. Deputies found Gardner hiding in a boat at the Palmasola Yacht Club late last night. That's where two boats were burglarized. Deputies using a K-9 unit to track Gardner down.
Charlotte County Fire Rescue Battalion Chief has been arrested. John Miller is charged with burglary and assault. Detectives say Miller got into an argument with another driver that then turned physical. Then when a phone was brought out to record that incident, witnesses say Miller took the phone. Charlotte County fire officials are aware of the arrest and are conducting an internal investigation.
A Nokomis man is behind bars after deputies say 40 video files containing child pornography were found on his computer. Detectives arresting Dennis Dalrymple following a search of his home on Browns Road. They were first alerted to him after investigators determined his IP address was used to download 24 files previously identified as containing child porn. The investigation is ongoing and additional charges are pending.
Manatee Technical College now has the funds to expand its workforce training program. Governor Rick Scott visiting the Bradenton College this morning to award the first grant from the Florida Job Growth Grant Fund. The money will help the school purchase high-tech equipment needed to expand the workforce training program in advanced manufacturing and production technology, a move that will help prepare more students for future career opportunities.
We talk to students right here at Manatee Technical College. They know they're going to walk out with a job, because they know there's a good job market. We have about 235,000 job openings right now in their state. People are flocking here from all over the world because they know they can get a job, and we're just a great melting pot.
The goal of the program to help prepare Florida students for years to come and encourage businesses to invest in Manatee County as a result of the skilled workforce.
A proposal to prohibit credit reporting agencies from charging you fees for credit report security freezes passing its first committee today in Tallahassee. That bill, which was approved by the Florida House Insurance and Banking Subcommittee, would eliminate fees of up to $10 that are charged when a data breach victim wants to temporarily freeze a credit report.
It's the elimination of an additional burden. So you're victimized once, having your identity stolen, and then you have to pay to clean up the mess that a criminal made in your life.
Supporters of the bill say widespread data breaches at major companies continue to happen regularly across the country, and the fees imposed by credit reporting agencies create barriers toward fixing compromised credit reports. If it's passed, the measure would take effect on July 1st.
People living in the West Villages community of Northport getting some good news today. Their zip codes will not be changing. After constant back and forth between the city, 2,200 residents sent a petition to the U.S. Postal Service. It said that they wish to keep a Venice zip code. The Postal Service replied saying there are no plans to change the zip code soon, noting that the petition will be kept on file should a zip code change arise in the future.
Baseball fans, get ready. Individual tickets for all 16 of the Baltimore Orioles spring training games at Ed Smith Stadium will go on sale this Saturday. The Orioles will play their first home game Friday, February 23rd against the Tampa Bay Rays. Since the Orioles moved Major League operations to Sarasota back in 2010, more than 885,000 fans have come out to those games. Fans are encouraged to buy their tickets online.
Certainly, because those games, they sell out pretty quick, and there's a lot of people that head out there. Nothing like enjoying a nice day watching some baseball here on the Suncoast.
It's the best in spring training, yeah. Still to come in your Suncoast News. Flash flooding, debris flow, and mudslides. We'll have the latest death toll in California from those weather-related incidents.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, parents, listen up. What a new report from the CDC shows in the number of sleep-related infant deaths.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%.
That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
It's time to go boating, but first, don't miss the 17th annual Charlotte County Boat Show, January 11th to the 14th at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Show admission is free and on-site parking is only $5. January 11th to the 14th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for more information.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, and great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
I'm Alan Cohn with an ABC 7 at 7 exclusive. She won the Nobel Prize with Al Gore. Now she joins us for an inconvenient trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
It's time to go boating, but first, don't miss the 17th annual Charlotte County Boat Show, January 11th to the 14th at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Show admission is free and on-site parking is only $5. January 11th to the 14th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for more information.
At least 15 people are dead, 28 are injured in Southern California from weather-related incidents. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest on the ongoing search for survivors.
A desperate, difficult mission.
There's a pool back there.
To find the 24 people still missing in Southern California, including these sisters and Robert Riskin's mother, after heavy rain unleashed massive mudslides.
It's my mom, and I'm fighting with all my heart to find her.
Dozens of people pulled to safety by helicopter, including this family of 5. But at least 15 people were killed, including the headmaster of a Catholic school in Ventura. Roy Roeder was found dead after he and his wife were swept from their home. She was later rescued.
I just am stunned, absolutely stunned.
This ongoing disaster follows the state's largest wildfire in history that wiped out vegetation that could have slowed the fast-moving torrent of mud, boulders, and debris. That powerful onslaught ripping homes from their foundations and burying multi-million-dollar mansions so deep in places only the chimneys are visible.
My neighbor's house, devastated.
Oprah Winfrey posting this video on Instagram of the destruction around her home.
I would say it's apocalyptic.
In Montecito, hundreds of people still stranded. The mudslides taking out the town's water main and draining the entire reservoir, leaving residents waiting for rescue with no drinking water and still no electricity.
And officials say that water service may not be restored for months, meaning the entire town may now have to be evacuated. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Burbank, California.
Wow.
Yeah, they just dealt with those fires, and now this. It's
devastating
just,
there.
yeah,
And
worst
the
case.
forecast is looking a lot better, though. For them, at least looking at the bright side, no more rain, and things have calmed down. That storm has moved out of California right now. We have had our little issue with some fog around this morning, causing some problems with commuters. You can see that Lakewood Ranch webcam showing foggy conditions right through much of the morning. Just a little clearing before noon, and then a beautiful afternoon. Lots of sunshine out there with a few clouds, and looks like this gorgeous weather is expected to continue. Warm temperatures too. We have some weather headlines, though. We have a little upper level feature right there moving across the Bahamas, and that's bringing some rain into the East Coast right now. But more fog tonight. Cold front comes late Friday, and then clear but cool weekend. It will be a little bit windy too over the weekend. Not extreme, but a little bit of a breeze on Saturday especially. Now the evening planner looks good for us, although warm. Temperatures staying into the mid-60s up until 11 o'clock tonight, and that fog developing after 10 o'clock for the most part. Could be rather thick at times. I mentioned that rainfall. Well, it continues to be moving around this little disturbance, and you can see some rainfall now into central portions of Florida and along the East Coast, but nothing going on here in Manatee and Sarasota counties. Should stay that way. No rainfall expected through this evening. 73 degrees right now. The dew point temperature is at 64. That's way up there. West winds are at 8. And the pressure now 29.98 inches. Still pretty high, but it's been falling ever so slightly this afternoon. Well, temperature statewide in the 60s and 70s. Jacksonville 63 and 74 now. In Orlando 75. In Miami, and temperatures will stay warm into the mid to upper 70s expected again tomorrow, with temperatures again warming into the possibly low 80s in some inland areas. Futurecast showing that rain slowly winding down through this evening into central portions of Florida. So Highlands County, you get a few showers there, maybe east to Hardee and DeSoto counties, a brief shower. Then tomorrow, looks like some more rain along the East Coast, and some inland counties may get a shower or two. Our rain chances staying very small here at 10% for Manatee and Sarasota and Charlotte counties. That fog, though, could be rather thick. There will be a sea fog again. I was out there out in the waters, and when you get off a mile offshore, you couldn't see the coast at all. And so it was kind of eerie being out there, not knowing what's around us. That's why you always have to have a sound device on your boat to let other boaters know that you're around and maybe in distress if that is the case. Now, satellite and radar picture showing pretty quiet weather over the lower Mississippi Valley right now. That storm that had been a big issue for California has now since moved into the central Rockies, bringing some much needed snowfall into the central Rockies and the northern Rockies on top of that. You can see that near Denver, some moisture there, and also into Montana and also into the northern portions of North Dakota. And a little bit of an ice storm with some mix in rain and snow now moving through Ottawa and North Bay, as well as into near Michigan. Look at these temperatures today. Into the 40s and 50s, as far north as Toronto. Well, Toronto at 32, but Detroit at 40, 48 in Cleveland, and 59 in Dallas. Very cold Arctic air now bottled up, waiting its arrival is places like Kansas City and into Omaha as well over the next 48 hours, as it will slip southward through the weekend. So highs tomorrow expected to be really warm tomorrow, mid-50s, but lots of snow expected for Ohio and Michigan on into Saturday and Sunday. The long-range model forecast, this is that cold air. You see it slipping down into Kansas City and then into Cincinnati and all the way down into Atlanta. We'll get cool here. Not as cold as the outbreak last week, but still a little bit on the chilly side once we get through Friday. For boaters, that sea fog will be around again late tonight and again tomorrow. Seas running right around 2 to 3 feet with a light chop out there. The water temperature is still into the upper 50s to low 60s. Low tide upcoming 3:51 in the morning and a high at 10:05. Forecast tonight, mostly fair. Fog developing, mild 63 for your low. Tomorrow the morning fog burns off around noon again. 77 though, still warm, and the extended forecast shapes up like this. A 40% chance for showers comes late Friday and into Friday night. Saturday it turns clear, breezy, and cooler. Temperatures only into the mid-60s for highs on Saturday and low 60s on Sunday. That'll probably be the coldest day. And then we stay in the 60s, mid-60s for the most part, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. In first alert traffic right now, no major crashes, but I-75 is looking clear right now. Looks pretty good. And then you see some slowdowns right near University Parkway, both on the interstate heading north and east and west as you approach the interstate there on University Parkway. Jacqueline.
Thank you, Scott. And health news tonight. Are you putting your baby to sleep in the safest possible way? With the latest report from the CDC, here's ABC's news correspondent, Lana Zach.
Your new bundle of joy means you can kiss your own sleep goodbye, but pay attention to how your baby is sleeping before kissing them goodnight. A new report from the CDC shows the overall number of sleep-related infant deaths are declining, but too many parents are still not following expert advice. 21.6% of parents reported not placing their infant on their back when setting them down to sleep. That's the safest position. A staggering 61.4% of parents say they share a bed with their infant, and 38.5% reported using soft bedding like blankets, bumpers, and pillows, which can lead to smothering deaths. Make sure you know the safe sleep guidelines for your babies. You and your baby will sleep better. With this Medical Minute, I'm Lana Zach, ABC News.
It seems like there's always a new diet trend popping up, so to help narrow down some of your choices, U.S. News & World Report has come out with a list of the best diets for 2018. Tied at number 1, the Mediterranean in the DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. Both put an emphasis on fruits, veggies, whole grains, and low-fat dairy foods. Coming in third, the Flexitarian diet. This is basically a vegetarian diet that gives you the flexibility to eat meat or fish on occasion. And coming in fourth, the ever-popular Weight Watchers diet. And if you're wondering which diet came in last, the high-protein, high-fat, and low-carb diet known as keto. Coming up, what was supposed to be a getaway for many tourists in Switzerland turns into a nightmare. A look at the hazardous conditions they now face. Plus, a car crushed by falling ice, how its owner was both very lucky and very unlucky.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured or arrested, I know this feels like the end of the road, but really it's the beginning of a long, potentially stressful process. So give us a call, let us give you some peace of mind.
The classic film Singing in the Rain is coming to the Players Center in a live stage show opening January 17th. All the dances and all the songs you've come to know and love, all a part of our Wild Broadway series. Get your tickets now for this limited run by calling the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. You too can be singing in the rain.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
13,000 tourists have been trapped at a high-end Swiss ski resort.
It snowed too much there, and now people who came in search of fun on the slopes can't get out. Helicopters spent hours airlifting people to nearby villages as others remain stuck for a second day. The heavy snow blocking roads and rail links.
So we're very happy to leave now. It was too unpredictable to get the train.
Officials now warning of dangerous avalanches. Given the risk, stranded tourists are not being allowed on the slopes. A Manhattan resident's car is crushed by falling ice, and alligators use their noses to survive in frozen conditions.
Jeremy Roth shares those two incredible stories in today's Take a Look at This.
A massive chunk of ice fell off a Manhattan building, crushing this car. It happened in the neighborhood of Soho. Luckily, no one was in the car when the ice plummeted from the 20-story building. The owner, however, was right around the corner.
I was lucky and unlucky at the same time, depending on how you see it. Yeah, so this is very random and crazy.
NYPD closed the street to pedestrians following the incident. Firefighters then removed the remaining ice from the building. So yeah, dealing with ice can be tricky. Just check out these alligators at a North Carolina wildlife swamp park displaying a unique and fascinating method of coping with their frozen surroundings. The reptiles stick their noses above the waterline as it freezes, allowing them to continue to breathe after the surface has frozen solid. Shalet River Swamp Park officials say the alligators have entered a hibernation-like state called brumation. Their metabolism's slow and they enter a low-energy state. As temperatures return to normal, so will the gators. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I still don't think I would try my hand at getting too close to them, even if they are hibernating.
Let them be, yeah. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a new director for the South Florida Aquarium. What's next with the museum in the wake of Snooty the manatee's untimely death?
Plus, 3 people charged in connection to last summer's disturbing shark dragging video get their day in court.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
What's the secret to New Year's motivation? I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we chat with an expert on why we lose willpower and how to recover the lost resolutions. A Suncoast clown receives a big honor in the Circus Ring of Fame. Chucko the Clown stops by to tell us about it. Plus, Venice Theater previews the musical review Smokey Joe's Cafe and Peak Performance Catering in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.